This is Jonah Storey here, talking to Kal Essenmacher of the Brentwood hockey team. How's the season been going?
I think it's been going pretty well. We've gotten a lot of wins. Currently in the playoffs, we've only lost one game. Still have a shot at the championship. So I feel like that's the goal ultimately. But regular season wise, I think we only lost two games. I think that's pretty good. And coming into playoffs, we have a lot of confidence. Got a win, and then that loss was kind of a little bit of a setback, but we're coming back from it. Got two wins. We're in the semis currently, so we gotta come out hard, come out with a win. But currently I'm happy with the way the season's going, and you always got a shot at the championship. So
What's something that's really interested me about your season? I was looking at your stats there, and you missed three games, but you still were a 17-point scorer. That's something really impressive about your game.
mhm. Well, yeah, I've had to miss some games because currently I play junior pred, so those practices are always important. And I think those three games that I've missed, we were going to like crucial weekends where I kind of needed to be there. But I feel like my team, those three games, I think we won all three of them. So that's one thing I love about my team is that you can miss a couple players and we'll still be fine. We got strong lines that come in waves, so it's one thing I like about Redwood.
I was just wondering this because I had played high school sports too, and I played football for a while. And I guess my question is, what is your favorite pregame meal?
Oh, so pregame, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna go with 90% of the games. I've gone to Starbucks and gotten an iced coffee before the game. And I I don't know. I think it's either the caffeine, but I think that's what we're going with here. Gets me pumped, and I've I've had that before most games this season, so it seems to be working.
So like no carbs or anything, like no actual food?
I have like a meal a couple hours before, maybe like a fruit snack, but I don't really eat like too much. I'll have, I don't know, maybe like a small something, maybe like some bread or an apple, but nothing like maybe
Right,
2 hours before the game
right,
besides
right.
small snack.
Yeah, I just love to ask that question because I just call back to my high school football days where they would like feed us like um chicken alfredo, and they would feed us like spaghetti and meatballs. It was great. And I didn't play that much. So basically it was like I ate, I set the bench, loved it. So what's your post game meal since you don't really eat a lot for pregame?
Oh, well, post game is a different story. Usually coming off a game, I'm pretty hungry. So sometimes I'll go hit up Chipotle. And it's a big one. After wins, usually me and Devin have had this thing, our goalie. We usually after a win, we go and get ice cream. So that's kind of a celebratory thing. We can look forward to it, but we have to go out there and play well first. So it's kind of post game, definitely Chipotle, and I'm gonna say ice cream too.
I love it, man. So, that just kind of brings me to this. Like, what do you think that your best hockey memory is? Like your best hockey memory of all time?
Let's see. I'm gonna have to go with my first ever championship one. I was I think around 7 or 8 years old. This was back in house league. I was on the I don't even know what team it was, but I was 7 or 8. I was on the team with my younger brother and a couple other friends with my dad coaching, and I remember we won the final game in overtime after a goal I had. So I think that's probably the one of the most vivid memories I can remember because it's kind of probably like one of my first championship wins. So I'm gonna say that's my best hockey moment.
You know, on to the subject of championship wins here. I mean, the fact that you said one of my first championship wins, and early in high school, it's crazy. But if you would allow, can we talk about the significance of a possible four-peat? Because I'm going to be honest with you,
Mhm.
the only three-peats or four-peats that I've ever had have been in NHL 13.
Well, I think it would be huge for the team, for the school. One of the main reasons I would love to do it because, the seniors, they've had a kind of wacky year with all this COVID and stuff. So getting back into hockey was the first part, but I feel like it would mean a lot to them, to that group, because they work really hard out there, and it's never been done. You haven't seen a team win 4 in a row, so I think it'd be great for everyone, including all grades, but especially the seniors, because I want them to go out with a bang.
I've been broadcasting your games. If it's not me, it's Peyton Turner or Jack Woods usually.
Mm.
And if you go back and watch the one that I broadcast, I had compared you to Patrick Laine when you're on the ice, because the thing about Patrick Laine, you're really fun to watch objectively, but the thing about Patrick Laine is he is really fun to watch objectively, and I think you and I being Preds fans having that in common is Patrick Laine is so much fun to watch when he's not on your team, when he's not playing against your team, and I kind of compared it because where you're going with the puck as soon as you have it. It's like puck's on stick. I know where I'm going with it. And I would like to say, what do you think? Who do you kind of model your game after?
Well, Line A is probably one of the closest people. I would also say Ovechkin. I've been watching him for a while. I've kind of looked up to him, because he's on that power play slot. He's always there for that 1T. He's always that guy shooting the puck whenever he can. It's going in a lot. But I think Line is also like a mini Ovechkin, because you see him going out there laying the body. You see both of them going out there and do that. So I like both of their shots. I like both of their competes, and I just like their play style.
I gotta love them as well. So I was wondering, what schools are you considering like after high school, and do you plan on considering your hockey career to go farther on?
Well, they're kind of two paths after high school. There's one where there's kind of a hockey path, so that would most likely include some type of juniors. So if I were to go that path, I'm not really sure. I'd probably play, because I think the average college D1 athlete, uh, for hockey at least, is around 20 years old. So if I were to go into that option, I'd have a couple years in juniors to further enhance my skills. But after those, like high hopes. Would like to go to a Big Ten or SEC school to play big leagues there. But if hockey doesn't work out, I'd still like to go to a big school, because I like all those big campuses. They just inspire me. You can do a lot of cool things there. I like them a lot.
I love it. So, do you have one in particular in mind?
If I had to bring it out to one, let's see. Both my parents grew up in Wisconsin. They both went to UW. Uh, that kind of got me hooked, first of all. And I went there for a camp a couple years ago, and I just remembered their campus being absolutely stunning. There's a lakeside. I mean, can't get much better than that. I think there's over 40,000 students there. There's a lot of people. So if I had to choose one, I'm gonna have to go with UW.
Nice. A lot of big hockey tradition there. It's a Saturday, right? I mean, what are your plans if you got no plans and it's a Saturday? How are you spending your day?
Usually off days are pretty hard to come by. Monday through Thursday is kind of my schedule, at least. We got 2 practices and a workout every day along with school. So, and then Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, half the time they're travel days. But on off days, I spend a lot of time with my friends, a lot of time with my family, walk the dogs occasionally because they're a mess. And may as well go golfing. So I like enjoying my days relaxing, but when they do come by, I like them.
Do you ever just play some street puck with your pals every now and then on an off day?
Every now and then I'll have a couple kids over. We got a little shooting area downstairs, so we'll go down and shoot there. The street is not necessarily the best environment, and so if
Yeah,
I have a couple buds over, we'll just most likely chill downstairs, shoot some pucks, hang out. But street hockey is we used to live on a court, so that used to be big. but unfortunately it isn't now. But we still got the room downstairs, so even an off day is not always an off day.
All right. So last question before we head out here. Who is your favorite team of all time in hockey? To choose, you can choose any team. Who's your favorite team of all time?
Let's see here.
And to get a better scope of this question, like if you were to ask the NBA version of this question, someone would say like, "Oh, I love the '97 Bulls."
Let's see here. I think I've always been growing up a Preds fan, so I'm gonna have to go with them. Whenever it was a couple years back, they made the run to the Cup, and that was really inspiring to me because they were an underdog that year. They weren't expected to really make it past the first round with whoever they were, and I believe they swept them. I think it may have been the Blackhawks, but I think looking back on that year, that Preds team, that is the team that I would aspire to keep looking up to, and maybe possibly playing for one of those in the future.
I love it, man. Good stuff. I hope the best as you and your Brentwood team travel on. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this interview.
No problem. I love doing stuff like this. Thank you for having me.